What's up, Sherpa Network? Thank you for tuning in today. My name is Jonathan Tenenbaum, aka JT, aka Jay On, aka Sherpa Winfrey, host and producer of Domain Sherpa, where all roads lead to domains. Today's show is a Domain Sherpa review, where we get into the minds of successful domain investors using real examples, and so we can learn strategies and tactics, yada yada yada, to become more successful domain name investors ourselves. It's the same spiel every time on Domain Sherpa Review, but that's because we bring the heat every single episode. These are the experts, the best in the business, and some Gen 1, Gen 2, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. And then for those who aren't watching the show, Shane and I are both flexing our swag. And then we got the NameJet segment, sponsored by NameJet, where we'll review a list of domains coming up for auction on NameJet, see what the Sherpas like and what they don't like. And then last but not least, we've got grand closing. Ooh, and Shane went double merch. He's a double merch ape today.
I know who pays the bills around here.
He's got the NameJet and a jet, the shirt from back in the day. He's got the Domain Sherpa hoodie. It's all going down today on the show. And it is election day, so it is going to get weird out there in the real world. So, keep your head on a swivel.
They gave me, the pimped out version of the Remarkable pad. They gave me like all this gear there's all from Remarkable. It was like the pimped out whatever, like custom thing, had my initials on it, the whole thing. And I took that shit. I was like, oh, wow, what a dope gift. And then I got home and I'm like, I was literally about to plug it into my computer. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this somebody else. Because, you just, I don't think I want to plug that into my network.
That's probably true, especially if it's blockchain related.
Well, it is. And when you think about it, it's like that idea of like Facebook, right? If it doesn't cost something to use, then you are the product or your information or your activity.
Ain't no such thing. Man, nothing free in this life.
Yeah, ain't no free lunch.
Except the advice we give you here on Domain Sherpa.
That's true. That is true. You know what I'm saying? See, there are such things as,
I mean, there's a price. You have to listen to this bald guy talking for a little while, but in the other one,
I'm like, which bald guy?
Dribble. Yeah,
there's off the hook.
Time
chain.
Yeah, you got to listen to bald guys. But other than that,
informally,
the advice is free. Yeah.
Current ball guys, future ball guys, it's all good.
Past ball guys.
Like,
no, but it just, whatever. I wasn't even trying to show my support for anybody in this particular thing. I was just trying to show my disapproval of Mark Cuban because he sucks so bad.
Yeah, no, I think that's we know where
you brought it up.
I don't know how it came up, man. All I know is now it's election day. We're full.
But I'm going to tie that shit back to domain names. Mark Cuban bought democracy.com. And then this guy's so stupid, he didn't even have the sense to use it.
Yeah, what is it? Is it just like a park page or what is it doing? What's happening?
It forwards to sickbank.com.
Yeah, like what is that?
And it doesn't resolve.
Just play the best of.
But you know what a sick bank is? You know what a sick bank is?
No.
A sick bank is when the government. It's so funny that he would even forward it to that, and it's so funny that he owns that, and it's so
it
funny
doesn't
that
resolve.
And it's so funny that he's even, that he's a Democrat. But anyways, a sick bank is when the government comes in and bails out a bunch of banks, and there's all these toxic assets like underwater mortgages, as one example, right? So in the 2008 financial. This all kind of invented in 2008, by the way. So you had, I forget which bank they stuffed all this crap into, but they take all these toxic assets that are underwater, and instead of writing them off, they basically stuff them into a sick bank where that bank is just like being held up by the government, even though its balance sheet is completely underwater. So it's stuffing all the toxic assets into one place. It's like, all right, this bank we took over, all these banks are
it's the landfill of banks.
That's exactly what it is. It's a bank landfill. Sometimes those assets, come out of the sick
Sometimes
bank,
you find a computer with a Bitcoin in it, but most of the
time. All right. So hey, look, this was the topic I was gonna.
Hold on, bro. I thought a sick bank was just like a really sweet bank, and like, bro,
bank is sick, bro. That's a sick bank, bro. My bank is sick.
That's what Mark Cuban thought.
I don't even know.
I think Trump is probably better for domain names purely because he's pro free speech and you know, probably I don't actually put a lot of stock in this, but probably is better for business expansion.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people feel like, look, you know, from a digital asset standpoint, from a crypto standpoint, that Trump wins. He's going to be much more supportive of the crypto industry.
I have a little bit, you know, so I actually have a little bit of a counter philosophy on this. I actually think that, well, I think that's right. I think Trump is better for crypto, but I actually think Kamala Harris is better for Bitcoin. And the reason I think that is that I think Trump will take the gloves off the SEC or take the gloves off on the SEC. And so you'll have a lot less, let's say, attacking and regulation on the broader crypto ecosystem. And that will allow shitcoining to thrive. And there'll be more shitcoins and more fraud. And that will dilute the Bitcoin price like we saw in the last cycle. And you know, it might be counterintuitive, but a continuation of the current SEC regime and regulatory regime, even though that is piss poor, and I don't agree with it. I think it's a terrible approach. But it is much more heavy-handed on the broader crypto ecosystem and less so, you know, obviously they've designated Bitcoin a commodity already. And so that basically is, you know, off to the races. We've got our ATF. We've even got futures and so I don't really, we got spot futures. So I don't think, I don't think Kamala Harris can do much to hurt Bitcoin. I think there's enough bipartisan support that she couldn't do anything that would really be meaningful to hurt Bitcoin. Anything's possible, but I don't foresee that. But I do think that, let's say, her administration or continuation of the current administration's SEC policies will keep the shitcoining in check, and that allows, let's say, more accurate price discovery in Bitcoin, I would think. I know that's counterintuitive because, Trump is all pro crypto, pro Bitcoin, but Trump is pro crypto. And I'm not even sure Trump actually knows what crypto is, but
He just wants to release his
no doubt.
own coin. That's what he wants.
Basically says he
Yeah,
wants
I mean-
all the Bitcoin to be made in America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so that's cool. I'm down. You know what I mean? Let's
Let's
make,
just say some
let's
shit.
mine.
Let's just talk.
Let's
Whatever.
bring mining back. Let's get mining in
Yeah.
America. But like, I don't. The dude just launched his own shitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's not a harbinger of like.
Yeah,
I lost a lot of respect. It's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, yo, I'm pro Bitcoin. Da da da. Yo, buy my shitcoin. It's like, talk about a rug pull. I said it when we brought Andy on. I think he legitimately is the best domain finder in the world. Going out there, shaking the tree, and somehow finding the apples that nobody else saw on the tree. And it saddens me that he stopped the thing that I think he was the best in the world at and went
Okay, that's
into a
fair.
bunch of,
He
garbage.
talks about it like the way we talk
AI
about,
and shit.
like athletes. Like, oh man, he was so good in his prime, and then
Well, no, it's like
went to go
it's
play
like,
baseball. What a mistake! You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. It's like Michael Jordan. It's like leave it in his prime to go play baseball. It's like, what are you doing, you idiot?
but I like the AKA. He's an
No.
archaeologist. He's Andy Jones. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come up like there's something there. I'm gonna think about that. Indiana Jones. Anyway, all right. Well, let's keep it moving. Because we're in the middle of the domain game. We made it through one name. We're covering all sorts of ground. I do love it though. It's all good. But Drew, do you have a name that you bought or sold recently to throw into the mix? Currently, Amar is leading with 1 point. and 4 words said all show. Got 1 point and
All right.
and 2 contributions.
All right, we're gonna go with a purchase. Uh, Buzzard, Buzzard.com.
Oh,
Dude, I didn't
I
know
was
we bought
hoping you'd
this.
reveal this.
Bro. Buzzard.com. All right, I get to be in on this one. I didn't even know we bought this one.
Yeah.
Buzzard.com.
You don't pay attention, JT. Get on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm out of the loop on this one.
I haven't checked emails all week.
I have been out of
Hey,
town.
he was too busy riding Thunder Mountain.
Letting them out, baby. That's how we do it. Disney for Halloween.
Whatever
Mickey's
you call
not so
it.
scary. I'm just fine. All right.
He got confused. He thought it was Brokeback Mountain. He kept coming back for more.
My computer's turning and my
Dude,
microphone's turning
come on,
purple.
bro. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Here we go. Buzzard.com. Ready? Flip it. What's your
Why is
thought?
Buzzard a negative word for you?
Buzzard is like not an animal that's like, it's not a pet. It's not a positive kind of animal. It's like a buzzard. It's like, that's like in the desert.
It's a bird of prey, man. It's a bird of prey.
Yeah, but it's like a
Buzzard is
bird, man. That shit's like, you know what I'm saying?
What are
They
you-
hang
what are you
around
talking
dead
about?
carcasses. They feed on dead carcasses, man.
I think it's from the cartoons we growing up. The
I was
Buzz-
gonna say everybody's picturing that same bird, that same kind of with the sulky shoulders and the
No, but that isn't that the that's the other one. That's the
Here's
What's
how
the
I look
other
at
one?
it. The number one.
what's the
search
one? What's the
atom-
one that eats all the dead animals?
Buzzard? Oh,
No,
no.
Bro?
Vultures.
Vulture.
Vulture. You're thinking of a vulture, not a
Oh.
buzzard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In my mind, though, look, but the
I don't know
buzzard
the
with the
difference.
red face is an ugly bird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, but
and
that
nobody's
isn't
like,
the red face is a vulture. No,
oh, maybe that's a turkey vulture. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Of.
Turkey vultures are mean.
You know, yeah, maybe that's part of, like, because I'm looking at images of buzzards and they actually look pretty cool. But I've never known.
look, a buzzard is a species of hawk.
Yeah, but I've never known anybody to be hype on buzzards, like on some like, yo, I got a pet buzzard. Shit is dope. Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got a hawk. I'm like, yeah, like, oh, I got a falcon. Let's fucking vibe out. But like, yo, I got a buzzard. Everyone's like, yo, leave him at home. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So we got the NameJet and the Jet segment coming up. And let's run through our list. We're kind of over time or right on time. So all right, well, we've got our list. This is the segment sponsored by NameJet. We're going to run through a list of domains coming up for auction, see what the Sherpas like, what they don't like. You can go to DomainSherpa.com. You can pull the list from the site, which has the domain, the S about appraisal, how many back orders as of the date that we record the show, when the order by date is, so that you can put a back order in and make sure that you follow the auctions, all that good stuff. Not financial advice, but let's get into Amar. Let's start with you. And
yeah, so I was just saying, I thought this is kind of a terrible list.
Well, it's interesting. You talk about the names. So we've done a handful of Domain Sherpa reviews kind of in a row, right? And I think what happens when we do that without sprinkling in too many rabbit holes and other types of shows, the list gets a bit diluted this time of year. But is there something about the NameJet, which is effectively the NetSol and a few of these other expiry streams, are they thinning out? Right?
You're saying 100% they are 100%.
So.
But they still, like, some weeks they have good.
Oh yeah.
So I actually was
NameJet, stop your Ozempic.
Yeah, I thought, Drew, I thought you were going to be bidding me up on Olden, but I ended up getting that. I thought that was going to go.
Well, I saw you were the lead bidder, and I was like, I'm gonna let Amar have it.
Yeah,
I
was pleasantly surprised that I got it for what I got it for.
Which was
a little under 10K.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's a great name.
Yeah, great name. Great name.
Olden days.
The olden days. So on this list, I guess. I mean, I don't. There's just
so you have names you wouldn't even put the $69 bid in on.
Oh no, of course I would. I'm just saying I don't think there's anything really great. I guess.
Homeboy's about to just take a straight pass on the NameJet list. You know what? Let's go ahead and kick it to
Yeah.
Shane. 'Cause
Let's
I
go to
think
Shane.
that-
Yeah, I mean, these are the kind of names.
Wow, it might have never happened before.
Yeah. I mean, I'll throw a couple of these in my portfolio. Like, I like colors, nouns, Red Castle. For the right price, I'll throw Red Castle in my domain. That's what I look at it. Good, simple color, simple keyword. I'll take them all day if the price is right.
Yep.
I'll take a 5-letter vowel, consonant, vowel ending all day. Like, they just like I don't even know how to say Shano, but those kind of names.
Gotta be Shano, dog. I mean, come on, man.
Come on. At some point, you're like, you were a Shano.
Yeah, Shano. Hey, Shano. Come on, man. He's he's acting all like, nah, I don't know.
Tell you a story in college.
Shano.
I never had a nickname. They're like, hey, bro, what's your nickname? We want to throw it on the back of your pledge jersey. And I'm like, they call me Clutch.
Oh, yeah. They call me Captain.
So I had to come up with my own name. And they're like, you're not Clutch. We'll just put Culch.
We're gonna give you Shano.
I couldn't even make my own name. But okay.
Shano's good for him.
Shano sounds like Drano. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a New York name.
Yeah.
Shano.